it doesn't feel like it'll be the easiest. FURIA come into this with quite a hotbed of utility as well. Yuri started off this tournament with a fiery performance on his own on Inferno versus the Nouns, and now this is a great start to things. Long range with the AUG, flashes being dodged and largely irrelevant because of the distance. Yuri and Quesarado are kicking things off, and Yuri almost getting the full ace. Grim denies, but it's 499 damage. You might as well give it to him.
By FURIA, whether it's been Yuri on his org that is ready to tear heads clean off, even on a round like this. Running in with a half-buy, they are getting destroyed by these scoped weapons, and Yuri didn't even zoom.
Fallen looking like he's having a quick flashback. Might be just against the anti-ecos, but remember. A confident Fallen is one to be terrified of. Especially when it comes to qualification processes, especially when it comes to majors, especially when it comes to anywhere where he might be able to farm up some nervous players.
Yeah, and in terms of form, you know, Fallen, when they were winning majors, when they were competing and making it into playoffs of the major circuit, you know, you wanted to see a very unformed Fallen. He was complexity, again, move in with a half-buy, but they're wounded, they're weakened. Floppy trying to lead in, but there's Cello to chew them up from short. Cello not done with just two. It's Art right behind him, and it's all four for Cello on the B hold. FURIA cannot be moved.
The A side is impenetrable because Quesarado rotates so fast and Yuri's so present. The B bomb site has Cello and also Quesarado.
That bomb site. Quesarado on 17 kills. Not only locking things down on B, but did great jobs on the rotation as well and when they were on that CT side. Like you said, still pretty sharp on that pistol.
Zerk, early tag, but he trades it out with a ding to his head as well. That's not going to be particularly conducive. Holzerk now falls. Elige fades away. Teammate might be regretting the fact that he maintained position for so long.
Yeah, FURIA didn't actually buy up. You know, they just went in with this one AK, a couple of upgraded pistols, and they were hoping that Cello could maybe pry bar in, but now that AK has changed hands.
You really do wish it would be in Quesarado, so. I know he's got the Deagle, but come on, guys, we've had this debate.
He's also a little far away.
I mean, just to start the round off, to be honest. Quesarado. Opportunity. Will it be given again? Very unlikely. Art's the one who wants to lead the charge in the meanwhile. Can he find a head? Even damage is fantastic at this stage. CT side money. I mentioned it before. All you need to do is just try and pin it into an impossible circumstance. Art moves away from the flashbang. There's 20 seconds left on the clock. Quesarado still committed here onto the A-bomb site. Knows he just needs to find one kill to make this somewhat possible to threaten the rotates.
For so many round timeouts for FURIA, and sometimes those rounds, it just came down to losing members as they were crossing into the bomb site and just called it quits. Nice timing for Floppy on this flank, but that weapon is looking mighty irretrievable. Chance of it cascading out of control, all on Holzerk. First kill found, and a second as well. Fallen falls, and Quesarado also hits the deck. Holzerk has pulled this round out of the hat. Art is just trying to punch in those digits and hopes that Holzerk makes a mistake, but it's 4 clean headshots on this Deeg. Holzerk is not to be messed with.
They needed a hero, and the man with the mullet will deliver. Complexity put a stop to FURIA where they've been unable to. I asked for a multi-kill defense. This was not the round which I expected to get it, but the skill from FURIA. They can't do anything about Holzerk's deagle. They simply can't refrag it. It's not like they weren't swinging together. Quesarado, he's not really going to be able to add anything to this overall debate on the A side. Complexity. Find a quick pick through that very same smoke. Quesarado is down, the bomb on the ground. With 30 seconds left now, a boost could be big. They decide not to assemble it. Worried about Fallen, expecting that very same boost, and now Holzerk will just watch the cross with the delay they found earlier on. The smoke is finished. Cello can't move. And he needs to. He needs to get out of the way as Fallen has missed his shot and the opportunity is lost. Complexity on the verge of delivering. Only Yuri left, and as he's found one, denies the blood, keeps it going, but Holzerk's defuse. Complexity will even. 16-13, we're going to nuke. Nate also doesn't really do anything too grim, so he's okay with this, but double push out from heaven.
FURIA have a lot of utility.
They'll have to use all of it to try and displace Grim from this position. He's the primary risk that they have to take care of. Grim instead actually ends up backing further behind into the site. He's still alive. Quesarado's double keeps him in the round, and now it's all him and Elige. Can't quite get the silent drop down, but he's still committing to the defuse. Elige rounds the corner long enough that Quesarado's pushed off of it, and now Elige swings out. Quesarado prevented. Elige prevails.
You just can't stop this man. He has been so good throughout all. And they want to reset and attack this A bomb site, but Yuri finding Elige on the lurk. JT to trade, but Cello at the back of the site, still alive and kicking, trying to keep himself afloat. Players coming up those vents, and Fallen's there to reinforce, but they didn't realize that Hell was an access point. It's Floppy left in a clutch, a 1-on-3 that's chewed down to 2, but he tries to tap. He forces Fallen forward, and it's Art that remains on this MP9, but he doesn't know where he's coming from, but he outguns him. Art caught him off guard, but Floppy had the health to trade. Floppy, a big round for Complexity.
The missing link has been found. Floppy gives them a round, which felt like it was completely hinged on Elige getting a kill outside, but when Fallen comes through with the backstab, it's a 1v3. You're thinking it's all over, but that late lurk, you met up abandoned on the floor elsewhere, and Fallen needs to take the fight to them. If Grim is allowed in nearby, well, he's gone! Straight to the head it goes, and he knows that Holzerk is rotating in from Rav. Holzerk, Hearts goes forward to meet his death. Fallen will still get it done. He will still destroy your dreams. He will break your hearts and your hopes.
So difficult there if you're Holzerk. I mean, low health. But he didn't know that Fallen was as wounded as he was. Maybe that information could have been relayed over, but easy to get lost in all of the chaos. Flanks on flanks. You had Art coming in from Hell. They waited for him as well. But the fact that he found that first kill so rapidly, Holzerk wanted to try and face in, but it was his teammates
is the one who he's fighting up against. Henny and Fells back to back trying to fight out with a jump through. Henny's the one to collect. Now, Nassim and NQZ. NQZ to try and cover off that cross, but with the smoke down, that won't be particularly helpful. They're on the defuse, they're sticking to it. Henny's still all the way in. He finally gets the shot. They seem to save the day with 3.
Man, good heads up. That smoke on the bomb, there was a way that could have fallen out of their hands. Henny had a kit. That 5 seconds ticking in their head, and once they realized it was only Kim remaining, just finding the last bullet, and in the nick of time. This is so damn close. Look how far that progresses before Pain finally flush him out.
It's so much information given over to anyone who's actually made their way down secret. Nassim, knife out, buddy, come on. I know it's just a pistol round, but let's try and put up a fight, shall we? Caught off guard, but seems like that's just the case across Pain Gaming.
I mean, especially if you're going to be going up against a shotgun.
Okay.
This shotgun is just making money. No way. $900 a pop. Thank you very much.
And that's the thing about No Way. I really feel as though he's sort of the Stewie 2K of Brazil in the same way. You know, a lot of reputation of being someone who plays unconventionally, a streamer before he got into this team, someone who was really ridiculed for, oh my god, he's pushing through smokes, he's doing all of these weird buggy things just for his stream. But Imperial?
You want to throw in the utility and try to sell the idea this will be a B play. You hope they bite, and one man does. The brains of the operation in KDN goes running round on Speedway. The last 2 defenders of A have to put the foot down to win it here. Twist playing on the side, supported by Skulls. They both insert the 9-10 seconds on the timer, one by one. Boss are being obliterated. They're going to fall down as Liquid close it, and finally make it to 13, winning the first map of the best of 3.
With a 6-6 half, Boss have finally been able to put up some more rounds than usual versus an incredibly disjointed Liquid. I know the boys are celebrating right now, but Jacob, I just feel like this doesn't really warrant much of a celebration.
I'm not sure how to phrase this in a way.
Depending on how he wraps on this one and where they actually go, it could still pay off, but Cryptic's going to be first contact from CT, and he beheads Yekindar.
Oh, and a second as well for Cryptic. And he's still healthy, still alive, and still putting down frags. 4 kills for Cryptic. Outrageous round by him, and that should have just secured this one. Cadian should have no hope. Cryptic take a bow. That is a thing of beauty we just witnessed.
Oh, yeah. No, that's right. Holy indeed. My man was giving it with a Glock. It was this double up from Temple as well. Gets the instant follow-up shots off. Beheads both of them. Closes it down. Brett's late flank pays off for the Glock burst. The numbers dwindling. It's getting a bit iffy now, but Naf towards the back with a Glock, good for only 1. Meanwhile, the bomb on the late rotation pulls up to B, and there is not a single soul on the site to hold them back.
It was all misdirection, Jackie. It was all smoke and mirrors. The problem is, though, that that trick cost a bit too much if you're Liquid. And then they're going to have to clump together and hope and pray with this firing squad they have established that they can land nothing but headshots. First kills go in their favor. Twist now up to the plate, and he delivers as he smashes it over the head of Boss. A 2v4 clutch. The smoke and mirrors proving to be the correct play in the end, but my God, was it close.
All came down to the shots with a Glock. And those connect. Punishing round to have ripped away from you. All 4 players going in one by one and comfortable on the choke point. Liquid set themselves up for success there.